We know the expression, look at the silver lining. You've heard that one before, right? Well, our next guest has advice on how to take some of the most difficult things you face in life and turn them into positives. JT Mestdagh is the author of No Bad Days, turning your biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities. Good morning, JT. How are you today?
Good morning. I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me on.
So great to have you here to share your inspirational story. And I read about some of your journey. It's remarkable what you've been through as far as your health and your medical challenges that you've overcome. Can you share some of that with us?
I'd love to. My journey starts at birth. I was born with something called VACTERL syndrome. This is a birth defect that affects your GI system and other aspects of your body as well. At birth, they found that I had tracheoesophageal fistulas and other GI issues. And so I went right into surgery and they fixed me up. And so I've had about 16 operations before I was the age 16. I had a colostomy for the first few years of my life. I had tethered spinal cord repair twice and a few other things. But along this journey of life, I've learned so much and I've wanted to share my story. And so I put together this book, No Bad Days. And one of the great things that I found with this is that I'm not just sharing my story, but I've learned so many other people's life journeys, and I get to share their stories as well throughout the book.
That's so neat to be able to have that collaboration, share other people's stories as well as your own. And I do want to get into the No Bad Days concept, but before we do, your story is remarkable. How are you feeling now? How are you doing today from a health standpoint?
Yes, so with VACTERL syndrome, there's things that sort of pop up here and there, but I am very blessed. I've had amazing surgeons throughout my life and doctors and medical professionals to get me to where I am today. And so I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking.
You bet. Okay, so let's talk about that concept. No bad days. There are tough days, but there are no bad days. How do you
That's
convey
right.
that in your book?
Yes. So I think that, one of the coolest stories of uh, my journey in the hospital was one of them is this saying, and my dad came into my hospital room after one of my spinal cord surgeries, and he said, JT, I'm so sorry for what you're going through. And as a 7-year-old, I looked at him and I said, Dad, it's okay. There are no bad days. There's only hard days, but we get through them with the good Lord. And so that became a life motto of ours. And I think that it's so true that every day is a blessing that we wake up and can breathe the air around us and do the things that we love. And so I live every day to the fullest, and I put a smile on to hopefully help inspire others to do the same.
JT, your attitude is coming through the screen. I can feel it. I know what you're talking about. To have that foresight at 7 years old, it shows the challenges you went through gave you that wisdom. You're doing something really cool, and that you're touring with Seacrest Studios, touring the country to visit children in the hospital. You're able to take that experience that you had as a child and give them advice and share with them and hear their stories. What's it been like for you?
It's been awesome. I just was at Atlanta Children's Hospital with Seacrest Studios, and we had a great time there. I have no bad days, but I've also, during my time in the hospital, I would draw pictures. And my mom, I'm dyslexic also. And so I'd tell my mom the words that I wanted to write in these picture books, and she'd write the words. And then we had these books stored away with all these pictures. And we said, you know what? Let's put these books together for my foundation and be able to give them out at children's hospitals and other events that we go to. And so at the Seacrest Studios, I've been able to read this children's book and share a little bit of my stories with No Bad Days and adventure and all the passions I have. And so we've been at Atlanta Children's and now Nashville as well, and running around to the other ones as well. So it's been a great adventure, and being able to, I think for me, one of the greatest opportunities is going into a children's hospital is just being able to experience that. There's so many sick children in there, obviously, and they just inspire me so much. I get so much more out of it than I think they do. So it's great.
Well, we just love talking with you today, JT, and also it's so wonderful that you've raised $500,000 for children's charities. That's amazing. And I know we can find your book on Amazon. No Bad Days, turning your biggest challenges into your greatest opportunities. Thank you so much for your time, JT.
Thank you so much for having me.